Hello there everybody and welcome back to Magna Carta 2. In the last video we started in Juto's mind. We delved into the depths of his psyche in order to form a new pact and to sever Juto's pact with Shuenzite, which is hopefully going to save his life. So currently we are in Juto's mind with Rue, Zephie, and Juto. We've done the first plane and now we're just going to move deeper and deeper, and this is when things are going to start to get a little bit tougher.
What the hell goes on inside that bozo's head? Why is stuff like this popping out of it?
Negative elements such as fear and loneliness inside Juto's mind are taking physical shape. Delve into the depths of any human's subconscious mind, and they all have negative elements like this. In any event, it is our resolve that will allow the princess to safely link with Juto's mind. So let's give it our best.
Yeah, I got it. I'm only doing this for the princess, just so you know.
You sure do like to complain, Crocell.
Put yourself in my shoes. Hardly any fire con is being generated in Navy Blue Marsh. I can't even fight properly here.
Make up for it with guts!
Oh, I don't want to be lectured by you on that.
Stay focused. The next wave is coming.
Yeah, bring 'em on! Bring 'em on! It's times like this when I get all fired up.
You're all talk.
Shut up!
Alright, so now we're back to this team and it's going to essentially just be rinse and repeat. Now we're going to be fighting loneliness, which takes the form of soldiers, which makes a little bit more sense than crabs, but I guess they just had to find something random, some random object for these things to manifest as. And you gotta take care of the guys that are on Nyx, obviously. He has a lot of health, and I have never ever seen it where he has ran out of health or died, but obviously if he does, it's game over. A couple of more soldiers here. I think the key is just to try and attack them as a group to keep them all in one area, because if you let one or two of them wander, that's when they're going to go over to Nyx.
I think the princess has penetrated the next barrier.
Then let's take a quick breather. Something else is starting to come out!
I offer you our heartfelt thanks and appreciation for your assistance in this battle. It is thanks to you that the Northern forces were able to secure a glorious victory.
Right.
Hey, that guy's Elgar, right? I'm glad he's one of ours. I wouldn't want to ever get on his bad side.
Yeah, my jaw hit the ground in battle.
He was killing people like they were bugs, like they were nothing. That guy is a monster.
Hey, cut it out. If he hears us, we're in trouble.
Oh man, I don't want to get killed. Let's get out of here.
I am a monster. Am I?
What's your problem? If you don't want to be a monster, then don't fight.
What?
Don't listen to anybody's orders but your own, you moron.
Juto, the past exists as the past. But if you try, you can overcome it and become all the stronger for it. That's what you actually did.
I don't believe it. Princess Rizafilda. Stay away. Stay away! Don't come any closer. I didn't kill you! I didn't disobey Master's command.
That guy is really me? Pathetic.
Stay away, or I'll kill you all!
Our words aren't getting through. I suppose we have no choice but to fight him.
Alright, so if you didn't get enough Elgar the first time we fought him, we're gonna have to fight him again. And this battle is extremely similar, if not the exact same as the one boss fight that we did against him, minus the Sentinel. He has the same moveset, and we don't have to worry once again about status effects or anything like that. So all you're really gonna want to do to this guy is just beat him senseless. And if you have Zephie with her rod, she should be able to heal you, and if not, then you can depend on items, which is probably a good idea. You're more than welcome and free to use items in this area, and you had an opportunity to buy items back in Navy Blue Marsh, so I definitely recommend doing that. I've given a Kamond to Zephie that really boosted her health up a whole heck of a lot. She's got almost as much HP as Juto does, and the reason I did that is just to make her last a little bit longer. She takes quite a bit to generate con, in my opinion, and someone like Elgar is capable of just knocking her back senseless, and she takes quite a bit to actually get up and get moving again, so I find her to be quite defenseless, and so I wanted to kind of make sure that she'll be able to help us as much as possible.
Worth the effort.
So they've kind of upped the ante a little bit. This guy's not particularly difficult, especially because we've dealt with him before and you kind of know what to expect, but he's a lot tougher than the Highwind Island Juto that we just fought, so just kind of keep that in mind as the sort of stepping stone that we're going to be seeing in these upcoming fights. And you want to keep your health up. If you have someone like Rue who's doing long-range attacks, you can kind of keep her out of the fray and use her as the item thrower, which is kind of the strategy that I like to use a lot of the time, is to keep Rue out of the way, keep her nice and safe, and use her as the item person, because usually she's not the person that the boss is paying attention to.
Call me...
They looked so sad. Elgar's eyes looked so sad.
Who, mine?
No, not you, him.
Even so, I can never forgive Elgar. That man came within a hair's breadth of killing you.
I know. I don't think I can forgive him either. But I think that Juto isn't the same person as Elgar.
Alright, on to the next one then. I wonder who we're gonna fight this time.
You are awfully upbeat for someone with no memory. This is your problem. Look, Princess Rizafilda has come all this way just to help you.
It's all right. Juto doesn't understand any of this.
Okay, so before I move on, in preparation for the next fight with this group, what I'm going to be doing is putting the accessory on that is going to protect me against the burn and fever status. I do believe that Rue has a Kamond that will protect her against that, but I don't think I have anything like that for Zephie or Juto, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my nifty earring of Red Sparrow, and that is going to significantly help me in the next upcoming battle.
I sure hope that's the last of them.
I hope that it is too.
Here comes the next wave. Let's protect Zephie and Rue to the bitter end.
Okay, so round 3 we have Panic. And I don't think this is actually an enemy that we've seen in-game yet, so this is kind of neat. These are like big, flying, grotesque bug butterfly things, which is kind of neat, but there's not that many of them, again. So this isn't too much of a challenge. At this point, I think, you know, we're basically just rinsing and repeating with this team. It's kind of just an in-between, just to kind of check on the process of how everything is going outside. It looks like Nick is doing a fairly good job of keeping the mental chain together.
Is it over?
Yes. That pretty much wraps things up on this end.
The rest of it is now in the hands of the princess and Rue.
Zephie, make sure you bring Juto back to us, safe and sound.
Is he finally awake?
Yes, sir. At the moment, his condition is the same as that of a child, but at a level where he can understand our words.
I am your lord and your sovereign master. Understand?
Yes.
I once had a pet dog. His name was Elgar. He was quite the clever creature. It is decided. From now on, your name is Elgar. Just as he did, you will faithfully obey my every command without question. Is that clear?
Yes.
First, we will conduct the imprinting. Look now upon this woman.
Huh?
This is our precious Magna Carta, Princess Ruzafilda. Remember this face, and remember it well. You must not allow her to be killed. This command supersedes all others. Do not allow her to die under any circumstances. If her life is ever in jeopardy, you are to protect her with yours. She is my useful pawn, and she exists solely for the sake of my plan, because it is how I will it. Is that clear?
Yes, Master.
You moron! Get it together!
What?
Juto.
Who are you?
Juto. I can tell. All those times you saved me, it can't have just been because you were simply following orders. I mean, you opposed Shuenzite that day. Snap out of it. You don't have to be controlled by Shuenzite anymore. You're not Elgar anymore. You're Juto.
Juto?
Princess, are you trying to interfere with my plans?
Be gone! You're finished. You're only a nuisance to Juto now.
What are you saying? You are the one who needs to go.
No, you! Get out of me!
You would defy the words of your lord, you pathetic failure.
No one is going to be deceived by your words anymore!
If this were the real Shuenzite, it would be the perfect chance to exact our revenge. What a shame.
Okay, so now we get to up the ante one step further, and we get to fight Shuenzite. So I went ahead and I put on the accessories to protect myself against burn and fever, because he is able to inflict that status effect upon you, and I would definitely recommend doing that if possible, just because it is really a huge pain to try and fight this guy and deal with that at the same time. I find that Zephie's just really not able to keep up with that from a healing standpoint, and you will burn through a lot of items doing that, and it's just a lot easier to defend against it from the get-go if you have the opportunity to do so.
I'll take it from here. You get back.
So I'm gonna go ahead and try and do a little bit of chaining here to get this guy taken care of quickly and quietly. It also looks like he's able to stun you, which I have never actually seen before, which is quite interesting. I was gonna try and chain with Juto there, but I wasn't able to because he was actually in a stunned state. So that's sort of interesting. You kind of learn something new every day. So keep that in mind as well. And Xuanzite is a person who is a up-close and personal attacker, so he is probably going to go after Juto, who is the up-close and personal sword user, and if you have Rue using a long-ranged weapon, he probably won't really bother her, and the same with Zephie. If he does go after Zephie, what you can do is manually take control of her and kind of back her away from him, and by doing that, he should kind of back off and target Juto. And what that will do is it'll give you an opportunity to rack up a little bit of con using Zephie and Rue. You can chain with Rue and use Zephie for healing if necessary. And that's kind of my strategy that I like to use for this guy. He's tough, but not that tough.
Juto, leave the rest to me.
Are you alright, Zephie?
Yes. Juto! Wait, your memories... Are they back?
No, they're not.
But you called me by name.
Zephie, you realize that all this time, you've been fighting Juto in order to save Juto. You've come here to disconnect the Juto that was created by Xuanzite.
Juto?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh no. I have to fight you too?
I thought I would be a burden, so I've pretended not to know. But now, I think it's finally time.
Juto,
I thought it would be better if no one came to rescue me. Because I had committed crimes against all of you. But, frankly, I was glad that you came for me. Thanks. It's time for me to wake up.
Juto.
Please. Please. Make me wake up.
Okay, so now we're in for a really tough fight because you only have Zephie and Rue for this. And this is really difficult in my opinion just because I find it really difficult to chain with Zephie first of all because I find her con generates pretty slowly. And Juto has incredible knockback power. He'll knock Zephie to the ground and it will take her so long to get up. He'll attack her when she's on the ground, and I find that because of this, HP drains significantly. He is a hard hitter. So there are a couple of strategies for this. You can kind of let one of the characters be the punching bag and keep your distance with the other one and use that character as a healing user like I'm doing now. I'm using Rue to primarily do the damage while he's distracted with Zephie, and what I'll do is I'll also use items to heal her so she doesn't die, and she can just continue to do that until he's defeated. This is kind of a slow way to do it, but it is a possibility. Another thing that you can do is you can change the weapon type. You can go ahead and equip Rue with her katana and Zephie with her fan, and what that will do is it'll allow you to both become close range attackers, and by doing that it should be able to become a little bit easier to do some chaining and to get up close and personal and do a lot more damage. But because I've focused primarily on the other skill tree for both characters, that would be pretty tough for me to do, just because it's been a really long time since I've used those weapons, and I also don't really have my skill tree developed for that weapon type.
You've done well.